top metrics that I look out for every single one of my e-commerce clients when it comes to Facebook and Instagram ads. Before we dive into that, hi, I'm Jenny, CEO here at Ads Uncorked. We scale Shopify stores to 7 figures and beyond with Facebook and Instagram ads, and let's dive right on in. So the first thing I will take a look at for my clients is actually in the performance and clicks column. I like monitoring what our link click-through rate is. I don't want to just know the click-through rate. I want the link click-through rate. That's the rate at which someone is going ahead and seeing your ad and clicking on through to the website. We like to shoot for at least a 1% here. Anything too far below that shows that there's probably some kind of mismatch when it comes to who we're reaching, what we're saying in the ads that we're showing. Next, I want to show you how to set up custom columns, because outside the performance and click columns, I actually don't use too many of these pre-set up columns because I'm a little picky and I like to monitor my own. So if you go under customize columns, you can actually set up all of your own custom columns over here. You can drop and drag whatever you'd like. Let me show you some that I like monitoring. Now, my account that you're seeing right here, I'm not a traditional e-commerce store. I'm running ads for email list growth, and then I'm also running some ads to go ahead and get people to sign up for my course, Facebook ads in a weekend. So my numbers here will be a little off compared to what you see as an e-commerce store, but add to cart is absolutely one of them that I will monitor for every single one of my clients. I also like knowing what our cost per add to cart is, and at the end of this tutorial, I'll show you how we set up a cost per add to cart column. The next thing that I will look at is initiate checkout. I want to see how many people added to cart, then made it to that next step. And then we also will, of course, check out initiate checkouts and purchases. I like seeing about half of the people who initiate checkout going ahead and completing a purchase, again, with a traditional e-commerce account. All right, and last but not least, of course, and here's our purchase column right here. Of course, we are looking at our purchase ROAS, return on ad spend. So this is how many times back you have made your money. This is key, right? If you have less than a 1 times return, you are losing money on your ads. And this only takes into account the money that was brought into your, say, your Shopify store or your WordPress store. It doesn't take into account any of your cost of goods and whatnot. So you need to do all of your calculations on your own to figure out at what point are you profitable. But this is a really good indicator of how many times back, so for example here, for every $1 I put in, I made back $4.73, which I'm really happy with. Let me show you here how you can set up those custom columns again. There we are. Okay, so I told you that I really like measuring what my cost per add to cart is. So if I type in add to cart, I can just click the button cost, and here we are down here. You can check, you can see if you leave everything checked here, it will show you what happened on Meta, offline. So if you have like a brick and mortar store, it'll show you what happened on website or in-app purchases. You can unclick all of them if you just want to see the information as one. You can go ahead and unclick those there. Oftentimes I'm doing that. Except for the reason I would actually do like a breakdown might be on my return on ad spend, just so I can see how the shop ads did compared to my website. So anyway, if I were to do this, I'll just click apply. I didn't save this though. Note that this is, that I've got this title as report. Oh, well, I guess it's making me. Okay. So anyway, I can see my cost per add to cart. Again, this is not a true cost per add to cart because I don't even have an add to cart on my page. I'm just measuring something random on my website as add to cart for a different video tutorial I was putting together. If you'd like to dive more into the weeds on this, to fully understand not just what are the things that we look out for, but what are those benchmarks we should be shooting for, and what do we do if we're not hitting benchmark? I know you're going to love Facebook ads in a weekend. This is my signature course where I walk you through from the very beginning all the way up through intermediate and advanced techniques, how to set up properly built out e-commerce ads for your store. The advice here is not meant for all businesses. This is meant specifically for e-commerce stores because yes, that makes a huge impact and difference when it comes to the return that you'll see. If you're implementing a strategy that wasn't meant for your kind of business, you can expect that those results aren't going to be there for you. So go ahead, take a look. We absolutely cover in here the benchmarks that you should be shooting for, what to do if they're not working, along with many, many other concepts.